Babs with Manifest with Babs. That is also my website, manifestwithbabs.com. I did change my name, my channel name. So just so you know, it used to be Listen to Your Inner You. But today's subject is birds before land versus signs. The very first thing I want you to really hear me, is neither birds before land nor signs popping up means that you will get what you want. You have to stop telling yourself that you will get what you want, because that is the wrong way. There is a wrong way of soothing yourself. As long as you're soothing yourself with "it will happen," you are attached enough to not ever let it in. You gotta let that out. Let it go. You don't know if it will happen. You don't know that it won't happen. Your mind doesn't know in the future. It doesn't know future. So stop that. Neither birds before land nor signs are an indicator that you will get what you want. They just show that something is working inside of you. So, signs versus birds before land. Birds before land is, for example, when you are manifesting a person. Doesn't matter if it's a specific person or the right relationship and person, right? It doesn't matter. You most likely will attract other people. They will come into your life and they have a lot of what you want. So when you're manifesting the end result of the perfect relationship, the perfect person, you don't know what the person is, who the person is, or you know exactly who the person is, it doesn't matter. There will be people that are almost exactly what you want in that person and that quality or the relationship, right? And that is birds before land. Birds before land means this is almost your manifestation. Almost. And birds before land means you are doing the process of the 4 steps right. It means you're focusing right, you're releasing resistance right, and you're detaching right. You just need to keep going. Birds before land is actual proof that you are doing it right. Whereas signs, and people always get hung up on signs, are often an indicator that you're attached somewhere, somehow, or resistance. And resistance can cause attachment a lot of the time, so it could be both. But signs are usually, you see that person's name everywhere, or someone kind of looks like them, or they drive the same vehicle with the same stickers. Those are signs. Those are not birds before land. Birds before land is an actual person that is a lot like what you want, like what you're manifesting. Whereas signs is you're seeing love and couples everywhere if you're manifesting a general love and not a specific person, or everyone is in love, everyone is getting into a relationship. Those are signs. Those are not birds before land. Again, birds before land, there's a huge difference. Birds before land are actual proof that you're doing all the 4 steps right. And they don't mean that you will get what you want. It just means you're doing it right. And you have to keep going with the 4 steps until you're done and it shows up. Until your manifestation shows up, you're not done with the work. And birds before land is just proof that you're doing all the 4 steps right, whereas signs is usually proof that you're focusing right, but you're completely really not working on attaching or detaching, attachment, detaching, and releasing resistance. So don't even get that excited about signs. I have another video where I said, hey, acknowledge it and celebrate it, but make it like a second of a celebration. It's like, oh, cool, it's a sign. It means I focus right. Well, shit, but that means I really got to sit down and release resistance and detach. So don't even celebrate it longer than a second. Don't even put energy into signs, because as long as signs are up, you're not doing it right. And I know I always say you're doing it right no matter what, but when you follow the 4 steps, it works. Manifesting works. The 4 steps that I teach: focus, do you believe it's possible or not? Release resistance and detach. Those 4 steps, they work. And as long as you follow them, you're actually doing it right. And if you just focus and never release resistance and don't detach, then how are you doing it right? Is it ever going to show up? Probably not. Because even in natural manifesting, you are naturally already doing all of these 4 steps. There are at least 3 steps in manifesting, natural or deliberate. It doesn't matter. And they're usually focus, release resistance, and detach. And I teach 4 steps because that's how I learned it, and that's what makes me feel the best, and it works for me. So signs are just proof that you're focusing right. Stop just focusing right. You want to do all of the steps. Don't skip the steps. You want to do all the 4 steps. They're very important. Each step is equally important. So don't just do one more than the other. Although there is a lot of heavy lifting for focus work, because you usually want to manifest and make focus one of the main things you do. It's not the most important one. All 4 steps are equally important. You may do 1 or 2 steps more than the others, but it doesn't make them more important. That is not the same thing. So again, signs are an indication that you are focusing right. Great. Move on from that. Don't even celebrate it too long. Realize what the actual problem is that you are not detaching. You're not detaching or releasing resistance enough. Birds before land is actual proof that you're doing all the 4 steps right. That's what you want. So when you see birds before land, and again, birds before land is something that is almost exactly what you're manifesting. Doesn't matter if it's a vehicle, a job, a person, it doesn't matter. If you're manifesting a computer and you have a very specific computer in mind, then you're going to manifest, and you want this for a great price or free or whatever, right? Then you're going to manifest computers that are almost exactly that computer or almost that exact price. If you're manifesting a person, it's almost exactly that person. And if you're manifesting a general love or general relationship, the person will come in where you say, oh my God, they're like 98%, they offer me 98% of what I actually want in a relationship, but those other 2%. And yes, we can have 100%. Yes, you can have exactly what you want. Why wouldn't you? Of course. Even if your core beliefs are currently set to not being good enough or not feeling deserving, you can have what you want no matter what. Because even though you don't believe you're deserving and good enough, the universe does. Therefore, you can have everything you want no matter what. So again, signs versus birds before land. They are different indicators and different proof. So don't get hung up on them too much. Don't even get hung up too much on birds before land. Great. If you want to date the person, awesome. If you want to take that job that's almost exactly what you want, awesome. Do it. It's not going to ruin your manifestation. That is actually a sure thing. Your manifestation, as soon as it hits your brain, it is a done deal. It already exists somewhere. You're just starting to align with it. Manifestation is here and you're down here. So you're releasing resistance, you're detaching, you're releasing resistance, you're detaching, etc., until you align with what you want. Your manifestation cannot be ruined unless you don't want it anymore. Your manifestation can happen no matter what. So even if you have birds before land and you're dating that person or you're taking that job, it doesn't mean that you're not going to get what you want. But what I'm saying is you want to acknowledge you have it, date it, work it, I don't care. But you want to keep concentrating on the actual end result. That's all I'm saying. I hope this video helped. Let me know what you think. Have a great day.